everyone. This is Rinku Dhiman, working as an assistant professor in electrical engineering department at RP IIT Technical and Medical Campus, Karnal. So today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is HVDC versus HVAC. So HVDC stand for high voltage direct current and HVAC stand for high voltage alternating current. So we are going to make a comparison of both systems. So first of all, let's make an introduction about that what is HVAC system and what is HVDC systems. As we know that today, with increasing of requirement of electrical power for the facilities, so the increasing of transmission power is play a very important role in the generation, transmission and distribution. So here HVDC, like high voltage direct current transmission, plays a very important role in power transmission. First HVDC transmission link between Gotland and mainland in Sweden in 1954. So that was the first transmission link established in 1954 in Sweden. The HVDC transmission have many advantages over HVAC system. So we are going to discuss all these advantages in further slides. So what is actually meaning of HVDC? So HVDC stands for high voltage direct current and is today a well proven technology all over the world. So two AC system having different frequencies can be linked up together by means of HVDC link. So if we say if one system is working on 50 hertz and another system is working on 60 hertz, so we can link up these two AC system with HVDC links. That is the main advantage of our HVDC system. HVDC technology is used to transmit electricity over long distances. So this is the main concern and main factor we are considering HVDC transmission nowadays in comparison to HVAC system, because HVDC technologies can transmit the electrical power over a long distance. So there is a lot of advantages of this transmission we are going to discuss in further slide. Why DC transmission? Why we are like using nowadays HVAC system in comparison to HVAC system? So the main advantage is that first one is the losses are less in DC transmission while comparing to AC transmission system. The second thing is that we are using here only two conductors, that for DC transmission. In comparison to AC transmission, we are requires three conductors, or we can say four conductors. If we are using 3-phase 4-wire system, then we are using four conductors. So obvious thing is that like here is the advantage, we are using only two conductors. So third is DC overhead lines or cables are less expensive. So we can say that DC overhead lines and cables materials is like very cheap in comparison to AC transmission, because mostly we are using copper in that case, right? And another thing is that they are DC line are very less expensive because we are using only two conductor over here in comparison to 3 or 4 conductor in HVAC system. And the fourth most important advantage is that DC lines are useful for long distance above 500 kilometer. So if the distance matters, like more than 500 kilometer, we must prefer DC transmissions. The thing is that number of conductors are very less we are using, number of towers we are using very less, so overall the cost is very less. So that's why we prefer the DC transmission system. So again, we making a comparison of HVAC and HVDC systems. Conventionally or typically our power transmission system is affected through HVAC system all over the world, we can say. So there is a lot of examples we can consider, like HVAC transmission has several limitations like line length, uncontrolled power flow, overflow, low voltages, problems, basically stability problems is there, then fault isolation is the main concern, and most of the cases overload condition we faced very much in HVAC system in comparison to HVDC systems. The third one, but HVDC system have low transmission losses and it requires only two conductors. As you know that in three-phase four-wire system we need a four conductors. So obviously more conductor is there, more losses will be there. Only two conductor over here, so less losses will be there. So it's a very simple thing. Now we'll make a cost comparison between AC and DC system over the long distances transmission. So we can see that here we have with two axes. Our x-axis represent our distance, our y-axis represent our price. Okay, so here the red line represent the AC transmission line price and the blue line represent the DC transmission price. So we can see that if the distance will increase, the cost will increase. So we can see the red line, if the distance from 300 to 1500 kilometer will increase, the price of our transmission cost will be increase by using this line, we can see. Whereas in DC transmission, if the same distance we will follow, the transmission cost will be very less in comparison to our HVAC system. So HVDC system we prefer over here because the cost of transmission over long distance is very less, right? So this is our basic structure of HVDC transmission system. Here we are generating the energy from the wind power plant. Then we transmit this wind energy our overhead transmission line AC. Then again we are connecting our loads. This is our load distribution line, we can say that home load, home appliances load, we can say that. Then this is connected to the AC transmission line. Again this is same thing. Okay, and these distribution load and generation plant, this is generation plant and this is our distribution plant. We are connecting these two and with our DC system. This is our DC system, and this is DC system basically comprises two converters. One is your converter station, one is your inverter station. This converter station will behave like our rectifier unit, so which convert your AC into DC, and this DC is transmitted through this DC transmission link, and this DC will convert into AC by using this inverter, and that AC will transfer our load. So this is overall our HVDC system. What is the need of this HVDC systems? Already discussed that many of the advantages. As you know that we have three electrical generation field, basically like generation, transmission and distribution levels. There is a three level of transmissions. So the losses which occur in the system are comparatively low at all these stresses in DC transmission in comparison to HVAC system. And the third one is the losses at transmission level can be highly reduced by HVDC transmission. Only we know that only two conductors are using, so obviously the losses are very less in comparison to our HVAC systems. So these are the main two advantages or need of our HVDC systems. So further there are two advantages we will discuss in deep, like one is your technical advantages, one is your economic advantages. So these two main advantages will concern technical advantages. In technical advantage we relate the technical terms like corona losses or radio interferences. So these are very less in DC systems in comparison to HVAC systems. The second one is that the voltage regulation problem is very less in HVDC systems because IR drop is very less involved because we are using only two conductors. So we can say that IR voltage drop is very less in comparison to our HVAC systems, and steady state stability is very good in comparison to HVAC systems. So steady state stability reason like it is no longer problem in HVDC system, whereas it is a very much concern in HVAC systems. No skin or proximity or frenzy effect in HVDC systems. The last one is that asynchronous operation is possible, already discussed. Two different frequencies operations can be directly coupled with our DC systems. Economical advantages are like DC lines and cables are cheaper in comparison to AC line or cables. The towers of DC lines are narrower, simple, cheaper as compared to the tower of AC lines. Line losses in the DC lines are lower than the AC lines. Disadvantages also are there for HVDC systems, as the main concern or the main disadvantage of HVDC are is the conversion, switching, control availability, and maintenance. You know that at both end we are using the converter, one as a rectifier and another inverters. So the main concern of their switching, controllability, and availability of maintenance are very much concerned. The second thing is there is nothing like DC transformers which can change the voltage level in simple way. So voltage transformer has to be provided on both AC sides. So that is the main concern, because DC transformer kind of things are not available. So the voltage up and down level doing that thing is very much concern. The last one, the required converter station are expensive and have limited overload capacity. Because because we are using the advanced electronics in these converters, so these are very costly. That is the main disadvantage of HVDC system. And finally, the application of HVDC transmission in India. Only two plants are here for HVDC in India till date. Like one is the Rihan Delhi and Chandrapur Padgi were the first long distance HVDC project in India. In 1990, Rihan Delhi Thermal Power Complex with a combined power generation of several thousand megawatt was put into service, and it covered the distance of 814 kilometers. So 814 kilometer distance it was covered. Another plant was the 1500 megawatt and the distance was 736 kilometer. That was Chandrapur Padgi that was put into service. And mostly these two plants till date with the HVDC transmission in India, and more are under construction. So this is all about the application. Finally, we make a conclusion. Recent studies indicates that HVDC system are very reliable. And the second thing, very large investment, for example, in China and India, show that high voltage DC will play a very important role in future, and especially in big and new industries like countries and developing countries. So this is all about the HVDC systems. Thank you very much. For more updates on HVDC transmission videos, please stay tuned with us. Please like and subscribe our channels. Thank you very much.